Hi, here I am with a review of BHARAT. So far this year I've seen 11 films, and I included the ones on Amazon Prime and Netflix, though I probably shouldn't include them. Chopsticks, Ikaladiki Kodeka to Isalaga, Ford Sayan, Gully Boy, Hamid, Kesari, Luca Chupi, Mani Karnika, Mira Piare, Prime Minister, Music Teacher, and Notebook. Like I always do, I am going to talk about different aspects about this film. Then I will talk about my experience, and then I will give my rating. And like always, my rating is not based upon the general consensus about this movie, but is my personal rating based on my experience and enjoyment of this film. In terms of direction, I found it competent, it was very solid, it was beautiful, but it didn't really stand out. Honestly, I wouldn't even have talked about it. My favorite shot was the opening shot. After that, I think they had some good shots in between, but I didn't really care for direction. But it's very good for what it was. The acting. I liked the supporting cast member. I thought he was solid as the sidekick. They could have had more depth with his character, but I thought the actor was good, and I look forward to seeing him in other stuff. I actually recognize him, but I just don't know from what. I like the two children actors. They were good. I've seen them in something else, but I don't know what, but I like them. I like Katrina Kaif. She was great in the movie, and she had some good one-liners. Salman was good, but Salman is Salman. I feel right now his acting is in cruise control, but it's not a role or performance I feel is award-winning or even worth a nomination, really. But I thought, like, direction was solid, just not that spectacular, and really not even something I would mention after, but it's a Salman movie, so I have to. But I thought he was good. The songs were okay. My favorite, like the reactions, was Aitea, and I like Chesney. And then Torpeya, I do like the song, but Tanya, I wish Nora Fateh danced more in it. She is a dancer, but I guess that's just a special appearance, really. Slow Motion, I still don't really like that song. It's okay. It's great for a movie, but I'm not really a fan. And then again, that Zinda song, I'm not really a fan, but I guess it works for the movie. Looking at my list, and really everything everything left could be on the list of things I don't like about this movie, things that bother me about this movie. So let's just go through the list. I like Salman and Katrina together. In terms of the plot, I didn't understand the consensus that they came to. That agreement made no sense to me. Okay, it still doesn't make sense to me. I don't get why they did it that way. And I feel like Katrina and Salman are comfortable with each other. You can see just a casual camaraderie between them, but I don't know if I felt an intense passion or an intense romance. It just felt like people who are friends, or even old friends, the way they were at the end or at the beginning. They truly felt like friends, but I don't know if I felt the romance as I should have. I found that this movie relied on cheap jokes. It was dumb humor, and it was far in between. It was like you'd go a good amount, and then maybe you'd have a little laugh. And the things I was laughing at, it felt like cheap shots. And just to rely on that for 2.5 hours was a bit painful. I thought that Katrina had some witty lines. I liked some of her dialogue, but that was it. For a movie, and I've mentioned this in the songs I've reacted to, for a movie that goes through the years, the movie does not replicate the years. And you're mentioning and referencing things that happened in that time period, and it does not look like that time period. I'm supposed to see a change in dressing, setting, and it doesn't look that way, and it bothered me. Especially for a movie with a high budget that can do these things. It didn't. I also think that some of the years were confusing. You can let me know if I'm wrong. Because even at one point, Salman, I think he said this particular thing happened 40 years ago. I did the math. It was 1979. But then, later on in the movie, Katrina says it's 2010. So did this happen in 1970? Stuff like that. I don't know if the years really made sense. The plot, all the things that Salman does, it's too unbelievable. And don't get me wrong, in real life and in the movie world, unbelievable things can happen. But this movie was too hard to believe. From him getting to one place to another place to another place, and the motivation, it doesn't make sense. Another thing that really bothered me was the overlying plot and his motivation. Usually a story has a problem and there's a solution, or there's a main goal. His father wants him to take care of his family, okay? When does that stop? It's like When his sister got married, when his brother got married, his mother is fine. What are you fighting for? And then even there's the fact that he's supposed to take care of his family. I felt it would have been better if they showed more of his family and more of his family life. Rather, if he worked more at home, he worked more locally, so we can see him maybe finding a husband for his sister, or finding a wife for his brother, maybe taking care of his mother, showing the family problems and him solving it. It was more him just going away and sending money home. So he never really took care of his family, or his family was in the background. It's like an afterthought. You're not even thinking about them. Lastly, I didn't like the patriotism, y'all. I don't mind a patriotic movie, but this movie, it was forced. And he was saying things at parts where it didn't call for it. Maybe at that scene, which we saw in the trailer, I think, where he's talking to Katrina about his name, and she has like a witty one-liner, fine. There's another scene where he's talking to her at a door, and he's talking about his father and his sister and da-da-da. I'm like, why are you saying all of this? And there's, oh my God. Oh, the scene where he got this job. It made no sense, the speech he went into, okay? And then they started singing the national anthem. Now you can't insult it to sing the national anthem, but it's being forced fed to you. You're not feeling that moment. Oh, it was hard. It was hard. In terms of my experience, this was a hard movie to get through. As I said, since the trailer, I was not excited for this movie. This movie did not look that good to me. I felt that I was going to suffer. I said, let me suck it up. Maybe I'll be wrong. The movie started, to me, it was very slow. I did like the scene with the train station. At the beginning, that was a good scene. Okay, caught my attention. And then right back to here, just watching a movie. And at one point I said, this is hard. And at that point I took up my phone and I was an hour into the movie. And then I checked my phone 18 minutes later, and then I checked my phone 19 minutes later, and now I was just trying to push through. Okay, enjoyed a couple of songs, and then I'm trying to push through. And it's so funny, I think it's the way I described slow motion. I can't remember if it's in the reaction or if I cut it, but I said it's amazing how so much stuff is happening and it's not interesting to me. Like, it doesn't excite me, it's doing nothing for me. They kept moving. Different things are happening. He's in different situations, but it's not interesting to me. It just felt like a bore, and it kind of felt like homework. Being the person that I am, I'm a talker. I hardly talked in this movie. Barely talked in this movie because I had nothing to say. It wasn't horrible enough that I need to mention this, but it wasn't good enough that I need to mention this. It was neither. It wasn't painful. Don't get me wrong. But it was not good. It was tolerable, but I was really just trying to tolerate it. I stayed in the same position most of the movie. And you know how you go to an event and you know it's wrapping up, so you go ahead and put on your coat, put on your shoes. Like, I was like, let me go ahead and put on my shoes. I know it's ending soon. I was ready to go. I really was. Now, my favorite part was the part where they were reuniting families that were separated. I like that part. I cried on that part. I want to see a movie in which, you know, a family is separated, maybe a brother is separated from his sister, maybe a mother from her son, and what they do to find each other years later. I think that would be a really nice movie. Kind of like Lion, but Lion has nothing to do with partition. But I think that would be a great movie to see, you know, hopefully based on a true story. After that part, I saw a motorcycle whiz past, and I said, please end this movie, y'all. There's a scene later on in the movie near the end. I can't even say it because it's a spoiler. Listen, spoiler. At the end, you know, when Jackie is talking to Salman Khan, remind me of The Lion King. The Lion King with animated talking lions was more touching and emotional and heartfelt than this movie with two live people. Jackie says a line like, I was with you the entire time. I was with you the whole time. And I just take my blanket and put over here. Like, I really just want to pick it up and just walk out. It was like that Viola Davis gift. Do you know what I'm talking about? So he said, I was with you the whole time. That's how I felt. I think the movie keeps going so it doesn't completely bore you. We're not in the same place. The only problem is there's no driving force. Nothing is really connected. And so at the end of it, I gave it a 2. A 2 out of 5. So that is my review of BHARAT. Please leave your thoughts in the comments, and bye.